its own blast radius of creating
Yeah.
that impact. And now we are connected all each other. That's how that grid is working. And we are able to get that wisdom. And not only us, right? So we are maybe a small bubble in that. So I'm sure he must be influencing maybe millions of people around the Punjab areas, right? Because he's a Sardarji in that area. So
No,
we can
he
see that.
appears to be not exactly a Sardarji. He is dressed like that. He could be Rajasthani, is what I felt.
Yeah, but basically, like these the sparkles of wisdom across many areas coming up. I mean, in a way that I can see that the energy shift is clearly happening, like
Yeah.
3D to 4D or 5D. That journey is what I could see.
And
All of it.
he refers to Rajneesh a number of times.
Mm.
Oh,
So
Osho,
maybe that way
Rajneesh.
Osho, yeah.
Osho. Osho is Rajneesh only, no?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, Rajneesh.
I'm past few days since I started doing the Raja Yoga, right, Master CVV. So many things are getting cleared. Maybe the questions that I had, the answers in my meditation, or even during the day also, the answers that I the questions that I have before I sit for meditation, I get answers during the day also. Maybe when I'm looking at a board or when I'm listening to some video, I would have looked at it, watched it before, but that time it really is hitting me. Oh, this is the answer that I've been given. That is how
Quite
I feel.
possible. Yeah, quite possible. Yeah. So, Balagaru?
Yeah. We'll start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these three lines, I mean, I didn't find any relevant information, but we can just do it.
Okay. Sure. Origins of Christianity. It is likely that about the time the Christian teachings originated, one man had succeeded in retaining a lunar germ for 13 lunations, had consequently reclaimed light, and had become conscious of and as the light of his triune self, his Father in heaven. Oh, that is the Christ. That's what he's talking about. They could have given out teachings of how others could achieve this result. Yeah. This event probably occurred at a time when a lesser cycle swung in. When men's thoughts were stirred by Greek philosophy, doubt, and dissatisfaction, when men were expecting something new and were made to prepare an atmosphere for its appearance. So basically, he's talking like, okay, Jesus Christ achieved this way, but he did not give the details how he achieved it.
No, that is one way to read it. The other way is all this occurred at a time when there was a lot of doubt and dissatisfaction in the environment.
Because of the Greek philosophy, that, okay.
So not the right time to give it could prove dangerous.
Yeah, okay. 3 degrees of light from intelligences. There are 3 degrees of light of intelligences. Light, which is in nature, light which has been reclaimed from nature and has come back into the mental or noetic atmosphere of the human and is unattached and freed light. Okay. So these are
the
three.
Third one is freed light.
Freed light.
The third one is freed light. Yes. So light which has been, one is in nature, the one is reclaimed, one is freed.
Correct.
In the third stage of reclamation, a human reclaims light from thoughts and from lunar germs that are preserved until they arrive in the head. Light which has been reclaimed and is for the time unattached is not freed, but it must be freed. Reclaimed light may go out again into nature and it may again be bound in thoughts and exteriorized.
This I have also not understood what he is trying to say. Sir, have you?
No. Again, I'm worried about these sentences. That is, I think I know what he's trying to say is
No, I
just
think he is
repeating what
talking about what he spoke earlier, in which it goes
exactly,
and then it
exactly.
is reclaimed a number of times.
Number of times reclaimed, and then where it has got to be, and then it may go out again in nature if until it gets exteriorized.
Until
All
it
these things he
gets
has said
freed.
before.
Unless it gets
He,
freed. Yeah.
unless it gets freed, it gets okay. All this
Correct.
he has said before, and I don't know why he has added these sentences.
So basically, only the free light unattached is not free.
See, my contention is, see, he hasn't. The author didn't have a concept, a theory, so that he can structure it and present it in a way. He is just writing out what he has experienced.
Correct.
So if he not expressed, sometimes he forgets he has or not already expressed it. He expresses as thoughts come into his mind or as ideas come into his, he is expressing himself. And sometimes using the same words in different connotations. That is why we are feeling confused. If you remember the context and content on which he is writing, I don't think it's very difficult to understand him.
Good.
That's my feeling.
I agree.
So basically, he's saying the same thought when it goes for the reclamation. So if it is bound by a desire, a feeling, then it is not freed.
No, it won't
Then,
be.
again it may be bound in thoughts, and reclaimed light may go out again into the nature and may again be bound in thoughts and
That
exteriorized.
point he is explaining here.
Mm.
Okay. Desire and nature matter can attach themselves to light even though it has been reclaimed many times. Light does not attach itself to matter. Nature matter attaches itself to the light through desire. The other way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, it can the same thing happens, several times process.
Correct.
Only when light has become unattachable, so that no matter either of nature or of the atmospheres of the doer can attach itself to it, it is freed. Is it
That means
freed?
when it becomes unattachable, only then it becomes freed. Okay.
It does not become unattachable by anything the light itself does. The light itself does, but by the thinking of the what is this? It does not become
No. It
unattachable.
does not become unattachable by anything. The light itself does. But by thinking of the doer to which it is loaned.
Okay, got it. It does not become unattachable by anything the light itself does, but by the thinking of the doer which it is loaned. It becomes unattachable when there is no claim made on it by the doer. Okay. So basically, there is no desire or because through the senses. This is the case when the doer has no desire for anything in nature. And when it has knowledge of itself and of the light. That slowly he is becoming undetached and not
No, he is becoming
unattached.
wiser, so he doesn't need that.
Unattached, so that that's right. So that viveka vijnana, through that it is pulling him up. Then the unattached light is freed light and is ready to be restored to the triune self. But it is not restored until the doer has perfected itself and its body. So it is ready to be restored into the triune self, that light, unattached freed light.
Correct. Otherwise, it is still in the manifested realm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Light that has been in circulation in the body, but a few days has not the same power as light that has been carried by a lunar germ for one lunation. Oh, okay. The light which has gone through several circulations in the body, okay, for a few days, that it doesn't have the same power, it seems, as the light that has been carried by a lunar germ for one lunation. That means accumulation. Through the accumulation, it gets more power.
Correct. Yes. Because it has survived the lunation, right? Yeah. So that
it
1
accrues
degree of consciousness increase should be linked to that.
Oh.
As every time a lunar germ passes through 1 month, that means it accrues.
Correct.
That after light has been reclaimed voluntarily from a lunar germ, the light that it gathers the next time is itself brighter and of higher potency and increases the clarity and power of the first reclamation. Yeah, this is what he's
Correct.
talking about.
Yeah. That means it is accrued. Yeah, you're right.
So it has more potency and clarity.
Correct.
Light that is reclaimed has still attached to its adhesions of the desires, which are the hooks by which nature can again lay hold of the light.
So that
Light
becomes
That is
the
what
attachment. That becomes
that
the
is
attachment.
that is what Eckhart Tolle keeps telling about. It keeps coming back. However much you say, it keeps coming back. It's very difficult to get rid of, right?
kind
Eckhart
of
Tolle
The
says
attachment.
something like
attachment.
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. An adhesion changes when another kind of desire takes the place of the first. That means a positive desire, right desire or desire. As long as there are such adhesions, there are obstacles which dim and qualify the light. As long as there are such qualifications which go with reclaimed light, nature can get the light out again through feeling and desire that causes thinking.
No, the
See,
interesting thing is that adhesions become the obstacles. This line.
Attachment. Why? I don't know. See, in case, why can't he say attachments in here? Like simple words.
the word is adhesive is it's stuck. It's stuck. It's not attached. It's stuck to you, so you can't do anything about it. And let us look at it.
The
The
attachments
light
mean so many things. Here, light cannot be an attachment.
sticks. It sticks. See, I read light here as wisdom or awareness.
Yes.
In that context, that is what we'll look. Then
Or
we
the
can
ability
understand more what.
okay, I think ability to recognize means the same thing. It is covered.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Yet through all this, the light is never anything but light, just as gold is gold, no matter what else is mixed with it. Because that is the conscious light. It is not
Awareness.
No, light itself is at its highest purity. You can't corrupt it anymore.
Yes, correct. Yeah. When a man knows enough not to attach himself to anything or to attach anything to himself, he begins to free light. His thinking.
See, here he has used that. Here he has used the attachment.
This sentence is very clear and straightforward.
No convolution of words here.
His thinking and his actions free it, though he does not know what the light is or that he is freeing it as such. His past thoughts, which are his destiny, bring him into all manner of conditions, which will afford him the opportunity as a duty to reclaim and free the light. All his past actions
reclaim and free, you must understand this. He takes the light, it goes off from him, the wisdom goes off from him. He reclaims it and uses it, frees it for himself.
Without getting attachments, without any unnecessary desires.
Attachment not to light, attachment to matter.
Desires.
Unnecessary. He is working out and balancing old thoughts while they are exteriorized as his destiny. He is working out and balancing old thoughts while they are exteriorized as his destiny. So he is working off his old destiny and is not creating new thoughts, new destiny. So that means no thoughts, no destiny, no karma. No new thoughts. New destiny. The thinking by which he balances his thoughts is thinking that does not create thoughts. This is how. No thinking, no no
No
thoughts,
analysis.
no destiny, no
Thinking
analysis.
that
Yes,
creates thoughts are analysis.
yes.
Yeah.
And through
Okay.
that,
Yeah.
his thinking is done with greater power and with more accuracy because he is thinking with clearer light and can turn and hold that light on the subject of his thinking. That means he has that clarity, what he wants. Yeah,
Now he has understood and he is able to focus that light to an intent for
focus.
exteriorization. Yeah.
Correct. The light in the mental atmosphere becomes clearer and clearer as he uses the reclaimed light, and by that use removes the adhesions of desires and of nature. As his duties to the world are performed and no others are contracted, his thinking, no others are contracted, and his thinking takes him into higher realms, not connected with the world. Okay, this is a wisdom. He takes you into the
No,
right
one is
path.
wisdom, and
Goes up to a higher level of spiritual.
he is also highlighting the fact that universe through him is achieving its objective, which is
Higher realm.
progression. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. So as his duties to the world are performed and no others are contracted, his thinking takes him into higher realms, not connected with the world. These are the things with which his thinking is then concerned. It may extend for lives. Oh, it doesn't happen in one life. It may extend in many lives. Okay.
It may. Yeah.
Eventually, he knows.
This is where probably the role for Agami Karma, the foundation is being laid now, but it will get completed in various visits to the earth.
Yeah. But here he is saying how he doesn't create thoughts by right thinking, balancing. Yeah. Eventually, he knows himself not as a human being, but as the doer. This he does by the freed, the unattachable light. He discovers the light and knows it to be the light apart from him and that it belongs to the intelligence. He may have known about this for long before intellectually, but now he knows it as it actually is, as the reality is in his case.
Correct. That means he is able to,
experiential.
He knows the theory out of it.
I'm not the body mind, I'm not.
Correct.
Experiential.
No,
More
experience.
He is
experiential.
experiencing it now.
Experiential.
Yes.
Yeah.
He experiences. Yes. Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi, all those. Yeah. When he attains to perfection as a doer, he knows that there is a potential light in him, and that as soon as he evokes
there
it,
is a potential. There is a potential light.
Potential light.
Yeah.
There is a potential. When he attains to perfection as a doer, he knows that there is a potential light in him, and that as soon as he evokes it and makes it an actual light, he will become an intelligence. That awareness comes.
Yeah.
What is making actual light potential light? Because he's already aware of that by experiencing that.
No. When he attains to perfection, like third eye.
Yes.
So there are 3 stages, right? It opens, then it achieves perfection, and then it continues to stay. The third one is when you get the complete control over it, correct?
Okay. So in that aspect.
So you know it theoretically, let us say, that is a potential. And when you experience it, it becomes the light, the actual light.
Okay.
And also for some people, it was, this stays only temporarily for some time. And eventually, they stay in a longer periods, most of the time.
Yeah.
In that Aham Brahmasmi stage,
Correct.
Like I'm not doing, like the one inside the intelligence is, doing through me. Feeling and desire and reason are ready to have I-ness become, feeling and desire and rightness and reason are ready to have I-ness become the light faculty and selfness the I am faculty of what he will be as an intelligence. So he grows to that knower part.
Correct.
But before the triune self can evoke its own potential light, it must restore to the parent intelligence all the light it has received and that it has freed.
Correct. That means he has taken a loan, he has to return that. Whatever light is loaned to him, he has to return it to the environment before he is able to get that awareness. That's what he is saying.
So returning is, how does it, what
It goes back
way
to
is
the
it?
noetic plane.
Yeah. When he is not attaching to any of the other objects,
Correct.
When he. Okay. What of nature when all doers have redeemed and freed their light? How is nature kept going when it no longer finds means in human desires to draw light of intelligence into it? The units of nature will then have been so changed by the progress of human beings that the light extending from the triune selves will penetrate nature and will affect the units without being bound with them. Oh, this is how it affects the nature also.
This,
No, that
this is
means the
what
nature
Aurobindo
itself
says,
has got
total oneness.
enlightened.
Yes. The total oneness that comes.
No, one is oneness, the other one is the transition from 3D to 4D, and we are on the way to 5D, right? This is also that. Yeah.
Final redemption. Yes.
Right.
The light extending from the triune self will penetrate the nature and will affect the units without being bound with them. Wow.
It changes nature itself.
Can you read Bala ma'am one more time? That's paragraph.
Sure. What of nature when all doers have redeemed and freed their light? How is nature kept going when it no longer finds means in human desire to draw the light of intelligence into it? Okay, how is nature kept going when it is no longer finds means in human desire to draw the light of intelligence into it? The units of nature will then have been so changed by the progress of human beings that the light extending from the triune selves will penetrate the nature and will affect the units without being bound with them.
Bound by them.
Got it?
Bound with them, sir.
Yeah.
Bound with them.
See, how is nature getting the light?
From us, because
through
of
our
our
action.
desires.
No, through our action. Right. That is what is the first line of this Noetic Destiny.
Yes.
Right. But then once it has reached nature a number of times, right, such that every other entity in nature has become light by itself. Right. Earlier, nature was what you call, nature was bright by its function.
Radiant light in units, in unit form.
No, so they had become by its function. That has now reached the intelligence because it has gone through the iterations and all. So when that state comes in, that entire thing has gone up, so it won't further require that.
No, that means the AA.
That means it is excess. See, when we don't have money, we will pull our purse and then count every penny. Right? The moment the salary has come to the bank, then we don't look at the purse at all. In practical terms. The same thing with intelligence. Sir, you are saying something.
No, I was just trying to say, see, if you remember, light is drawn by nature through what? Not directly. We saw the various stages actually seeps into it, right? Indirectly, it gets to that nature.
Correct.
Because therefore, the light of the nature is because of the various imperfections. Now, when every body is perfect in terms of its own light, the over light, So what is the nature itself changes because it gets light directly now.
It already has that light.
Now it has got it.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
It's like
Earlier light used to come only indirectly. Please
Correct.
remember the
Yeah.
whole last
Correct,
chapter.
correct,
It was only
correct.
get indirectly. Now it is
That's
getting
right.
directly because it has enlightened itself.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. So now it is getting direct light. Yeah. There is no dependency on human beings.
Right.
There will not be any such.
There will not be any such animals as there are now because there will not be any uncontrolled desires. The plant will have different forms in which to afford nature units the means to go through the stages of the vegetable kingdom. There will be animals, but no human desires will animate them. The animals which having flesh tissues will be inhabited by advanced units as elementals and none will be ferocious. So even animals also they become non-ferocious.
No, we are the animals. Here he is meaning we are the animals.
No.
Yeah, read again.
Oh, is
Correct.
that right? No, I thought
Yes.
we, because of our emotions, we are creating ferocious animals.
No, your emotions are the animals. See,
That is
your
what
emotions.
that is why the changes are occurring in animal kingdom and
Read
animal
it
kingdom.
again. No, why don't you read it again?
There will not be any such animals as there are now because
No.
there will not be any uncontrolled desires. Okay,
No,
uncontrolled
one
desires
sec.
of what?
Read this first. Read this question.
How is nature kept going when it no longer finds means in human desires to draw the light of intelligence into
Human
it?
desire is
Yes.
the animal, in my understanding. I could be
I
wrong.
agree. I totally agree. I totally agree with it. You must.
So that means there is that animal nature is not there anymore in the human being.
Exactly.
Correct.
That
Correct.
is what he is saying, no? There will be animals, that means passions, but no human desires will animate them. Passions are there, but passions are not getting activated.
Oh.
No, read it again so that there is absolute clarity.
There will not be any such animals as there are now because there will not be any uncontrolled desires. The
See, what
plants
has
will
happened to
have.
all the animals here? If you read the one in the previous para where it is in bold, right? What has happened to all the units?
Yeah, the units of nature will then have been so changed by the progress of human beings that the light extending from the triune selves will penetrate nature and will affect the units without being bound with them.
Right? There is no attachment.
Yes.
Right? Now read further.
Yeah. There will not be any such animals as there are now because there will not be any uncontrolled desires. The plants
Because
will
if
have.
everyone is enlightened, where is the uncontrolled desire?
Yeah.
They are all balanced, no? Feeling and desire has come to a balance.
Okay, what does he mean? The plants will have different forms in which to afford nature units the means to go through the stages of the vegetable kingdom. What does he mean?
Vegetable kingdom, yes. But animal kingdom is where the passion is coming up, right?
See, here at bottom, in my perception, what he meant in the vegetable kingdom is because now man is manipulating the vegetable kingdom or the plants. So that is, it doesn't exist.
No. See, plant kingdom, he is not manipulating. There are different forms. Every desire is creating one more. But there is, when it comes to human, that animal plus the quality, human being with a body plus the
Emotions.
animated condition of the passion is the human. Yes or no?
No, the way I am thinking with the plants, see, nowadays everybody, changed because this genetics, GMO, genetically modified everything. So they are not there anymore because these are all happening because of the human desires.
I don't think that's what he is referring to here.
I
That
don't think in
manipulation
the
does
1800s, no one would have thought about genetic modification
Genetics,
and
yes,
all.
correct.
Okay. So that's what I thought, the plants will have different forms, which nature, it goes into natural forms. I don't know. It's
No,
difficult to.
no, there will be, plants will have different forms
That
in
will
which,
continue to be there.
that means that new entities, they will move from mineral kingdom to plant kingdom. But the quality of that material, the elemental, is such that the animal kingdom will be there, but there is no activation of those passions because they are all balanced.
Okay.
There will be animals, but no human desire will animate them because that desire is not there, is already balanced. The animals, while having flesh tissues, will be inhabited by advanced units as elementals, and none will be ferocious.
The
So
next,
here
actually,
he
going
meant.
forward, next paragraph is explaining, making it clear. Bala ma'am, just
Okay.
go forward the next paragraph.
In such time, man will no longer be merely a human being. He will be conscious as a doer. He will think without creating thoughts. He will have a physical body which will be immortal. It will be made of the four states of matter of the physical plane, but it will differ from the perishable bodies of present human in that the compositor units will be balanced and be no longer active passive or passive active. The food will be taken directly from the elements and not through an elementary canal, and the cells will be renewed by the essential life. That means
This
he
is
is stating.
no, in our what is light body, if you recall, and ascension,
Correct.
he talks
Correct.
about 50 years from now, the life will be such that people will be manifesting just by thought. No
Yeah, and
extra effort
also,
is required.
so here changes occurs in elementary canals means he is directly taking light, sunlight also people can survive.
Whatever food,
No.
elementary need is not elementary is what your digestive system.
No,
The
Yeah.
see,
tongue, the
that entire
the
thing,
etc.
mouth to
That is not
rectum,
that
that
process not
system is
necessary.
not required
Okay. Yeah.
because they have merged. See, the rear portion of this one has merged with the front portion.
Yeah. Nature and the triune self side.
Yeah, correct.
So we don't need energy through literal
Food,
food. Yeah, literal means.
like
Exactly.
the way we cook.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly.
No, it won't be in the current form. Food will be required, but that food will be directly from the elements.
We absorb.
Yeah. That means Sun Yogi will get created everywhere.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Uma Shankarji.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people, survive with the sunlight.
Exactly. Bodies for the doers, the thinkers, and the knowers.
How the changes is going to happen, I think.
Yes.
Bodies for the doer, the thinker, and the knower. The triune
Interesting.
self will have three inner bodies in which will be its three parts. The doer will have absorbed its psychic atmosphere and will be in a form body made of the matter of the form world and in contact with it. The thinker will have absorbed its mental atmosphere and will be in life body and in contact with the matter of the life world. The knower will have absorbed its noetic atmosphere and will be in the light body of and in contact with the matter of the light world, and 3 will be in the immortal, perfect, sexless physical body. So that means every portion goes into its own atmosphere and the world and becomes
because
perfect.
everything has become, the triune self is fully embodied. Because of the increase in the level of consciousness, right? No. Okay.
We want to see, let's see, can we see the 5BA?
No, that let's go to the next paragraph. We'll get clearer.
Okay.
And then we will
Let
go.
us go. Yeah.
The import of this word.
The import of this may be understood if it be remembered that not even the doer can now enter completely into the present human body, but that only a small portion of the doer does so, and that this portion is not in its proper place, and that the physical body contacts and operates through that matter only which is in the solid state of the physical plane.
This is the old one, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the old,
So,
current state of affairs, yeah.
yeah.
As we
These
are
three
now,
inner,
you have the higher self and you have the doer in the body. That is what he is saying.
yeah. These three inner bodies for the triune self will then have been built in or through the physical body when it has been reconstructed after the self-impregnation and the divine conception in the head. The rebuilding puts the physical body into contact with the four worlds and their forces, and so makes possible a development of the three bodies for the parts of the triune self.
Okay. Let's continue.
So what I just have a question. The import of this, so that means the import of this three balanced, he's talking about it. The import of this may be understood when he says
Import means
that.
what? The consequence. Import of this more, the meaning or the consequence.
Exactly. Read the next para. The doer will just read it again.
Oh, the doer will have absorbed its psychic atmosphere and will be in the form body made of the matter of the form world and in contact with it. Okay.
Right. Just wait. The doer will have absorbed its psychic atmosphere. Right? Now, psychic is what? Psychic is the form world.
Yes.
Correct? Right? Will be in a form body. So that means he has taken a shape made of matter of the form world and in contact with it.
Yeah.
Correct? The thinker will have absorbed its mental atmosphere and will be in a life body and in contact with the matter of the life world.
So that means they are whatever they are supposed to do, they are doing it.
See,
those particular portions.
No,
those
in their
particular,
respective, see, they are in their respective area.
Yeah. Yeah, they are not mixed up. They are mixed, yeah. The doer, thinker, whatever their roles they're supposed to do.
They are
They're
more
not
in this
without
kind of a shape, you can say. They are able to, that new diagram, the diagram in the dream.
Yeah, the clouds, green clouds.
Yeah, that clouds, yes. Come on, कहाँ चला जाता है यार? इतना slides हो गया? अरे बाप रे.
My God, there are 423
400
slides.
నుంచి 423 అయింది సార్ 423 23 slides increase.
So that means you are in one of these.
Yeah.
Right. Because we have that other diagram. I don't have it here. Okay.
Basically, in that diagram, the bottom three are the doer, The middle one is thinker and the other one is knower.
No, you
That's what
have,
you're
this is the doer part.
That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
this is
Yeah.
the thinker part, and this is the knower part.
Yes,
Okay,
top is knower. Yeah.
right. Now, what he is saying is each of them is in their respective environment.
That's what I was thinking. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And they're, yeah, yes, respective. They're not mixed up.
They are not. Okay, right? Now, the knower will have observed its noetic and will be in a light body of and in contact with the matter of the light world, and the three will be in the all the three are now in an immortal perfect body. When everything has merged, there is no sexed body. Only when they break separate, then
सर ये पैदा होने वाली बात बता रहा है. He's talking about a birth.
नहीं वो नहीं है सर, ये
I remember,
साइकिल पूरा
सर
हो
सर
गया
ये,
है.
हाँ सर
ये
ये
पैदा
remember this is
होने
the
वाली
same
बात
thing
नहीं
we have.
है.
नहीं
Let's
नहीं,
go
this
to
is the
the very
same thing we
beginning.
have.
Let's go to the very beginning of this book.
Yeah, exactly. In the
Yes.
very
No,
beginning,
no.
also same
No,
thing
no,
you are
let
telling.
no. He's not
Mishra
saying the
ji,
same thing.
that is the beginning. Now he is saying you have gone through all the cycles and become
Correct.
that again.
Yes.
See, in the
आपका
beginning,
सारे जन्म खत्म हो गए.
हाँ 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 हाँ.
Okay, you have completed all your 35 lessons and you have now
Yeah,
again attained your perfect body.
correct,
That's why he
correct.
says
Either it is that extreme or this extreme.
Correct.
No,
No,
in the
but if you
previous
do that and you
chapter,
pass the test, after that you don't have a recycle.
Yeah.
in the
Yeah. Oh,
in the
yes.
previous chapter, we already became 5D. So this is an follow-up of that.
Yes, yes. Perfect. Yeah.
So
So now
yeah,
the import of this may be understood if it be remembered that not even the doer can now enter completely into a present human body.
means that
Because
perfect immortal.
the present human body is not pure for the triune self to host itself. Let's go further from there.
Okay. So these three inner bodies for the triune self will then have been built in or through the physical body when it has been reconstructed after the self-impregnation and the divine conception in the head. What?
The
Okay.
divine
The three.
conception is the test in which okay.
The rebuilding puts the physical body into contact with the four worlds and their forces, and so makes possible. Is this the one?
yeah, makes possible a development of the
Development of the three bodies, triune self. So the rebuilding
that
puts
is
the
how it happens. Yes.
See, if you
So
remember
why-
earlier, if you go earlier, you had the triune self, the knower, doer, thinkers as separate entities because of an imbalance. Part of this came to the earth and part of the doer came into this body. Now
Correct.
it's all merged into
It is the
one
reverse.
singular body, one single frame.
Yes.
Better to use the word frame rather than body because the word body gets confused. Physical
Yes.
and same frame.
Correct.
This is where you are back. You are back to this. Instead of level 1 by 12, it is 12 by 12 now. The doer.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Balanced body, immortal and physical. Yes.
These three bodies
are developed after the lunar germ begins to ascend the central canal of the spinal cord, which it can do only after the physical body has been rebuilt. Oh, I see. Okay. Only after this immortal physical body is rebuilt, then only this lunar germ begins to ascend the central canal of the spinal cord. the four senses are then still elemental beings, but they differ from the four senses of human in that they are in touch with all grades of matter in the four worlds, whereas in a human, they are in touch only with the lowest grade of matter on the lowest plane of the lowest world. I got confused. Four
No,
senses
no,
are
no.
then still.
No, what is the
See,
confusion? Yeah, sorry.
the elementals there are all completely enlightened.
Pure.
He's
Pure.
permeating. He's permeating
Yes.
across the worlds.
Sir, I
Correct.
have one question here.
Yeah.
So it's saying that lunar germ is shooting up. When there
Yes.
is no body there, where it is shooting up? How that is happening? I'm little confused about that.
No, there is a body. It's not your physical body. There is one
It is
singular body.
not the
That's why I use the word
body.
frame. I
Okay,
use the
sir.
word frame instead of body.
No,
Okay.
whether you call it body or frame, answering your question is very simple. There is a completely purified body which is all conscious.
Okay.
It is either all conscious or impure body. Okay. When all the units are completely enlightened, right? They have become light units, right? At that stage, the doer has achieved a perfection that he is unfit to occupy the human body.
Yeah, he's evolved.
Right? He is already evolved. So then what happens is that rebuilding of the body takes place.
Okay.
Okay. Now he has the same structure. The triune self has the same structure that you have. But the lunar germ has completed the 13 evolutions and all that at that stage. It is not going to let the light go into this one because he is in an environment that is already enlightened.
Like Ramana Maharshi, because there's after enlightenment, the changes occurs during that process.
See, here you read that, right? There will be no more. The entire environment itself has become such that there will be no more animals there, no ferocity, nothing.
Yes.
Okay. Units without being bound to them. That means that entire environment itself has become enlightened. I mean, all the units of nature matter have become intelligent matter. Yes? Kirti?
So there is no physical form body as you want to say, right? There's a form which
physical in the
is
sense
in
we
the
know.
form of
Physical
energy.
body will be there.
Not in the
But
way
it
we
will
know.
be all balanced units. The
You're
way
saying in the
triune self
triune
ka
self, in the realm of
no.
permanence,
Yes.
in the realm of permanence, there will be physical body also.
Yes. Sir, you forgot what we read in the first chapter.
It's evolution, the evolution of soul.
No, I thought the form is getting built in the physical world, not in the light world.
It is, see, he very clearly says, those that have been unsuccessful in the test, right? In the realm of permanence, there is one test that the Purnatma goes through, right? You recall that test? In that test, when they fail, it takes that body because the body is not pure. Without the body, the triune self can never be complete.
Sir, the body, he leaves the body at the earth level and then goes as an energy, as a light form.
No. Go back to your notes and our past recording. What does he say? He says that the body needs to come to earth because it is now broken down. It is
That's
now
okay,
broken
but then
down
when he
into
leaves the
elements.
earth,
That's what he's saying.
That is now that you have finished all that, you have rebuilt the body.
That's what
at the
Mr.
realm
G
of
said.
permanence.
Huh?
At the
Ah,
realm of permanence.
yes, that means the body is completely pure and the doer cannot come back and occupy the impure body. There is no impure body for him to occupy.
All the portions of the doer are purified.
Correct.
There is no more coming back to earth.
But there will be physical form of bodies in a purified form.
Yes, 100%.
So that is an energy format.
I always keep complaining about our getting confused with getting attached to words. Please
Correct.
don't get attached. Please stick to context. The word body itself has to be understood in different forms, contextually. We are sticking to a dictionary meaning of body and we are going on debating that. That's not what.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay.
Right.
What is
These
that
three
meaning?
bodies are developed after the lunar. You complete this, ma'am. It is there in this para also.
Okay, the rebuilding puts the physical body into contact with the four worlds and their forces, and so makes possible a development of the three bodies for the parts of the triune self. Okay, the four worlds and forces. Okay, these three bodies are developed after the lunar germ begins to ascend the central canal of the spinal cord, which it can only after the physical body has been rebuilt. Okay, the four senses are then still elemental beings, but they differ from the four senses of human in that they are in touch with all grades of matter in the four worlds, whereas in human they are in touch only with the lowest grade of matter,
That
lowest
means
plane of
what?
the
All the entities of the four grades are at their purest form.
they are in touch with the higher worlds.
Correct.
Got it. Got it.
Kirti, your question answered?
Yes, sir.
Very good. मिश्रा जी आपका क्वेश्चन?
हो गया सर, अब वो ऊपर वाले सरकार के साथ जुड़ गया है।
हाँ, ऊपर वाला शरीर के साथ जुड़ गया है।
सरकार के साथ
वो
नया शरीर बनाया,
बॉडी में आ गया,
रीपैकेजिंग किया है।
करेक्ट
वो
करेक्ट,
फोर में से
गवर्निंग
3
बॉडी में
बॉडीज
आ
हो
गया
गया
अब
है।
वो।
4 बॉडीज में से 3 बॉडीज हो गया है।
हाँ 3 बॉडीज हो गया, डूअर अब उधर ही रह गया उनका सारा।
हाँ ठीक है।
But they are still in contact with the lowest plane of the lowest world.
Those which are, no, they are not in contact with the lowest. They are only contact at the highest, most purified. आपका स्ट्रक्चर आ गया, टॉप मैनेजमेंट एंड देन
this is
हाँ
moksha.
समझ गया, बट लास्ट लाइन में लिखता है ना, वेयर एज ही in a human they are in touch only with the lowest
if you are
grade.
a human, if your body is a human body, you are not in touch with the knower thinker.
Correct.
No.
They are in touch with you.
They are in touch with you through the doer. No. But here what he is saying
through the doer. Correct. Through the doer. Yeah. Through the doer. I mean, that's how the walk-ins will happen sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. Ma'am, let's continue.
Okay.
They also differ. They differ also.
So in that they then work through perfect organs which do not limit the action of the doer. They differ also in that they then work through perfect organs which do not limit the action of the doer. The breath form then obeys the orders of the doer and experiences no resistance from the nature. So completely the body parts changes.
This is like you have attained the state of a Shirdi Baba, Gautama Buddha.
Absolutely right. These they can manifest when they want, they can bless when they want.
Exactly.
Whatever they want. That is what.
So basically at that he's saying everything obeys properly inside the body, all the organs.
Because there is no desire and feeling. There is no attachment.
They work only for the universe. Yes.
Correct.
So that's why it says through the perfect organs which do not limit the action of the doer. So the lower doer doesn't The breath form obeys the orders of the doer and experiences no resistance from the nature.
Yeah.
The
For those who are doing the unified meditation, this is the perfect creator that he is referring to.
The true desire?
No, not the true desire. No, these are the true desires. But this is the level of creatorship that will get you your...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No resistance, yeah. Experience and no resistance. And also, they can command the nature. I think no resistance from nature means so they can manipulate
there is
whatever.
no variation of desire and feeling.
Yeah.
There are no obstacles.
Previous
There are no
paragraph.
obstacles. Now, today we read in that chapter 10, week 10. What did we read? Those negative thoughts that are going are becoming the obstacles.
Yeah. Yes.
Correct? Yeah. Continue.
Oh, Ratna was saying something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
Ratna ma'am?
saying nothing in the previous paragraph. He was already telling they differ from the four senses of human in such a way they touch with all grades of matter in the four worlds, which means the conscious level is expanded to the across the four worlds. So they can manifest anything like just as like
Correct.
Correct.
enlightened souls like Ramana Maharshi or Sai Baba or somebody like that.
In touch with the higher worlds in the purest form.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes. The triune self is the triune self is then a triune self complete. It knows its relation to other triune self and sees the common bond among all triune selves. The common bond is the noetic world. What one triune self has and is and knows is therein open to the use and service of all other triune selves. So there
is perfect unity there.
There is no separation between triune selves.
There is no separation.
The freeing and restoring according to the knower of the triune self, how much of the light it can let into the mental atmosphere of the human, I-ness sends the amount allowed into the mental atmosphere. The light passes through I-ness into the mental atmosphere where it becomes available to thinking according to one's capacity to use it. So it permeates some light and it sits there, and when it becomes available to think proper thinking. Physically, the light comes from the pineal body, which selfness
can't. Do this para? I don't
No,
think
we missed that
this.
freeing. Exactly. We missed that.
The freeing and restoring of the light of intelligence and the transition of the triune self into an intelligence seems to be the foundation of the various traditions of the perfection which a human being eventually will reach. That is the perfection.
Reaching
this
moksha.
Is the moksha.
Liberated.
Yeah.
Liberated from desires, the earthly desires.
That means you have borrowed that, you have taken it through you into nature, you have enriched nature to such a state that it doesn't need any more light, right? As you keep on doing that, that process will push you back to a state where all the units have become intelligent units. And then it starts rebuilding the body.
So that means the perfect balanced triune self, they are not in the body. They are in the energy form. Do they have body?
When they started, when that they broke down into sex bodies rather than sexless body, right?
Yeah.
That became impure for the triune self to stay integrated.
Yes.
So they became three bodies.
Yes.
Body of the knower, body of the thinker, body of the doer. But doer had to bring bring his body, come down to earth and pass through elemental stage, then became AIA, then become the mineral kingdom, plant kingdom, animal kingdom, and so on, and then become the human kingdom. Then that is the stage of AIA. Then he became the complete intelligent body.
Yeah.
That also you have to go through the same thing. In nature element, you have to transition to intelligent element. Those elements again the same process till rebuilding of the body.
Yeah.
That means this favorite circular diagram of ours supports this logic also. Only thing is the purity of the components changes. This still supports this diagram. This still makes sense. Only thing is here, there the atom etc. will not be the impure entities, they will be the purest entities. Rebuilding the body.
So that means in the higher words.
But only thing is probably they will go from here directly into this state. These things will not be required because they are not separated.
So everything is light.
Energy format, right, sir?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. So from here they will directly go into the full body. Balanced, 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 and completely balanced.
The first triune self is itself is a separated one, right, sir? Knower, thinker, doer.
No.
The separation starts.
No. They are all in one merged body. When you fail the test, you become male, female, feeling and desire. As long as feeling and desire are together, it is one body.
Okay.
Okay. Now what has happened? They have become four bodies.
Yeah, the other
Knower,
one
thinker, doer in the realm of permanence, right? But doer there doesn't have the body, complete body. It has got the complete body on the earth till that is reformed and recreated. Then you have four bodies. Those four merge into three.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Ma'am, let's continue.
Okay.
Let's read this again.
The freeing and restoring light of the intelligence and the transitions of the triune self into an intelligence seems to be the foundation of the various traditions of the perfection which a human being eventually will reach.
Correct.
Okay. The thinker determines, according to the knower of the triune self, how much of the light it can let into the mental atmosphere of the human. Ines sends the amount allowed to the mental atmosphere. Okay, depending upon how the thinker, how much light it wants, the knower let the light pass.
Correct.
So then it sends the amount, that much amount allowed into that mental atmosphere. The light passes through Ines into the mental atmosphere, where it becomes available to thinking according to one's capacity to use it. Okay. Physically, the light comes from the pineal body, which selfness contacts to the pituitary body, which I-ness contacts, and then from there it goes diffused and dimmed into to the brain, the spine, or to the brain, the spine, and the heart and lungs, where it is used in thinking. So initially, the light comes from the pineal body. Let me read again this. You want me to read again, or it's under? Okay, clear. So the light comes from the pineal body, which selfness contacts.
What is he saying? Let us go to 5b. That is 6, right?
Yeah, before. Yeah, much before.
This is D.
Is this the
6.
one?
This is also 6. 5D, C, B. So what is he saying here? 5B, A. Then is there a separate 5? This is the one. Okay. The triune self. Okay. Let us read what it said. The thinker determines according to the knower of the triune self, okay, how much of the light it can let into mind. Because, the thinker has to draw it from the knower.
Yeah, that is clear. I'm talking about the next one. Physically, the light comes from the pineal body, which selfness contacts with the pituitary body, and which I-ness contacts and I-ness for I-ness. From there it goes diffused and dimmed to the brain, spine, and the heart and lung.
One sec. Let me just pull out that. Oh, that is not here or what? That is here. So this is what he is saying. It will come up to the pineal and then it will pass through. This is the diagram that he is referring to. Pituitary body and pineal body. Okay.
Yeah.
Then from there it has to come to the life.
Spine,
That means, through the spine it will come into the heart.
Yeah. Lungs and heart, which is the
Lungs
life
and
work.
heart. Correct.
Okay. Where it used in thinking. Yeah, got it. Next page. Some few people have light from beyond the noetic atmosphere of the human. For some, okay, they have the light beyond the noetic atmosphere of the human. They are the ones who have an understanding of and an insight into the things affecting human life, which exceeds that of the run of human beings. To them, it is available some of the self-knowledge not acquired in the present life, but in better times when the human beings were incomparably greater than today. So from past lives, they have that wisdom. So all these Mahatmas.
Yeah.
Such people are enlightened on things which are a little interest or are unknown to the majority. Okay. But the noetic destiny of the run of human beings is that they are hindered by the lack of light and the inability to reach it, or to draw it. But the noetic destiny of the run of the human beings is that they are hindered by the lack of the light and the inability to react.
Because they are in dark. Because they are in dark.
Yes, to reach it to draw it. They fear the light. They are in the dark. Yeah. Have no light except what automatic reclamation saves for them, so that they can barely go on as human beings. Yeah. So he's comparing the enlightened person to a normal human being.
No, normal person. Yeah.
Yeah. They are in a noetic night and have been so for thousands of years. So the human beings are going like this for thousands of years. They are unable to reach the knowledge which has been acquired by the doers in the past. They do not acquire self-knowledge, that is the knowledge of the conscious self in the body, from their experiences in their present life. Their noble
that is the ignorance. No. That is the ignorance for which they suffer. These are all the ill influences that we build in our body as per the, what you call, our unified meditation. Unwanted influences that we build onto us.
Yes. Their noble noetic inheritance has been lost. It is known and it will be unattainable until they husband the light, preserve the light, and reclaim consciously some of the light they have let go into the nature, and so bring more light into their noetic atmospheres. Their noetic powers are degraded to sexual indulgences. They have lost the ability to use noetic powers for the noetic ends. So they're wasting, they're in ignorance. Their mental atmosphere, instead of being full of light, their mental atmosphere, instead of being full of light, is like a grey fog. The light is dimmed, diffused, scattered, and full of intervening obstacles. The light has too many accretions, is too scarce. In thinking, they find difficulties in focusing and in working with this sort of light. This is what in the morning, in the session, you were explaining.
Correct. Yes.
The clear and diffuse lights, obstacles.
Right.
That which does work is weak, impeded, ineffective. So whatever that light also, it is weak, impeded, and effective in mental atmosphere. Such human beings are not conscious of reason and not conscious of the rightness. They are not conscious of their thinking or of how it is done. Their thinking is haphazard, jumpy. It is limited to physical and to the psychic things, and even these it does not encompass or penetrate. Man's great intellectual achievements.
Right. So here in spiritual tablets, there is a beautiful way it is put. He says man's progression is labor, accountant, officer. Okay, labor qualities is what he has displayed here. Then as he progresses, his intellect will take over and then he will work like an accountant. And in the third phase, he is the one who enjoys all the flexibility and facilities of an officer. That means he has joined the top management.
Yeah.
And become stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, ma'am. Just read this again.
That which word does weak, impede, impede. Such human beings are not conscious of reason and not conscious of rightness. They are not conscious of their thinking or how it is done. Their thinking is haphazard, jumpy. It is limited to physical and to psychic things, and even these it does not encompass or penetrate. Man's great intellectual achievements in natural science, engineering, literature are concerned with the things of the four senses and serve the nature. They are due to the thinking only one of the three minds which he might use. The mind he uses, the sense mind or body mind. This leaves him sense bound and nature bound. It does not aid him in hanging self knowledge, which would solve all the problems.
What?
So, money accumulations works.
Exactly. Yeah.
The body mind cannot think of the doer. It cannot think beyond nature. Here, the doer means like a soul, or not the It cannot think beyond nature. Its thinking is subordinated to the body senses, which are controlled by nature. The character of human beings is often marked by dishonesty, greed, meanness, immorality, and the love of intoxicating drinks. Their feelings are entirely controlled by nature, which they worship and obey. Nature is interpreted to them by the four senses.
Completely materialistic in nature. Put it that way.
Yes. Nature is interpreted to them by the four senses, which are nature's priests and hold the feelings and desires. The strongest of the senses is the sense of smell, which is touch. Touch contact is the action of the sense in the body, and the most desired contact is sexual. hence the waste of the light through the sex organs. The noetic destiny, this noetic darkness, causes the run of human beings to be born from the seed and from the soil, which had not sufficiently matured and which are produced in unhealthy bodies.
Shall we stop?
To produce proper human. Oh, is this?
We still have 8
okay,
minutes. We can't complete this, right? No, we won't be
not yet
able to
11
complete
o'clock.
it.
We can do another page.
Yeah, someone else was saying something.
Yeah, I have a question. So when the last few paragraphs, last couple of paragraphs that Balagar has read, when the soul is taking birth in a very immature body, I think that's the word she uses, right? But how do we know all this? None of us, if we are not into spirituality or if we were not reading this book. I think I've asked this question earlier also.
If you have come in to become a meditator, you are already in the 4th stage of a soul.
Right. But for people who have not come into this, and
they are still struggling materialistically, they are not existing non-materialistically. Their world is completely driven by their sense body.
Right, but for the soul that is taking birth into this materialistic world, there is no way that it will be progressing further, right?
No. See, the environment in which it will grow will make him what it is.
Okay. But he has a set of plan before he comes to take that birth, right? Before the soul comes to
but then
take
he
the
has to evolve up to that stage, no? You
It's
can't
like baby
expect
soul,
somebody.
stages of soul.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, you have got the 5 stages of a soul.
Right.
He's in class, he's in the kindergarten there.
No, so if the soul is an advanced soul, and if it takes birth in the family that is not at all advanced, or maybe in the first or not even the
Even
first
then,
stage,
he will not lose his consciousness. That is what he has explained, no?
Okay.
See, what type of a family was Shankaracharya born?
I am not sure, Andy.
You know about Ramana Maharshi, ma'am? Ramana Maharshi is the same thing.
Forget Shankaracharya and the big people. Even otherwise, a normal fight, you quite often find people coming from a very difficult situation, environment where people, parents are not educated, illiterate, yet they come up, don't they?
Yeah,
They pick up
yes.
something. That's what it is. So that is a evolved soul. Though it's born in an unevolved soul. So it's the individual is what happens, right?
See,
Yeah.
Shirdi Sai Baba was not born into a family, or we don't know. He just is enlightened by, we don't know.
Bhavatar Baba, when he was a small boy, he was lost, and from there he evolved.
From down Tamil Nadu, somewhere Tamil Nadu, he was lost, and he was found in UP somewhere, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal. Yep.
So everybody will have their journey. Paramahamsa Yogananda, he was born into a very wealthy family. He was not interested in the wealth.
Right. Okay.
He ran away thrice, and thrice he was called back.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Guru Nanak himself, Nanak himself was born in a family which is very, very conservative, very ritualistic. That's what bothered him. So he said, when outside people are suffering, we are more bothered with rituals. That's why he got out. And he said,
See, not only that, you are what you pick up this life, right? When you are evaluating and planning the next one, you have already laid the foundation of where you are going to be born, where you are going to nurture yourself, and which place, which location, which family, all those are part of the plan that you have put together.
Including the name.
Okay, yeah, now it makes
Including
sense.
the name. After doing soul contract decoded, even the name we are choosing for ourselves.
And Chandra sir, the other day also I was reading that, like, depending upon your soul plan, that's like the birth dates and
And that's kind of like, when we say astrology, right? I mean, the Shiva Sutras are, they mention about numerology and astrology. So they are saying that, you're born with a certain like chart, because that is your
that
soul plan.
chart, you are born, that is the soul plan. But what
Right.
people are doing is they are taking that at the age of 25 and then measuring.
Yeah,
Right? What is
yeah,
the
yeah.
person's future? See, they become blinded.
Correct.
Yeah. Well, very rightly said, Varsha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, to produce a proper human body, is it right? From where this next page?
No, I think somewhere here. This one we have not completed, right? This is where we were interrupted. Yeah.
The body mind cannot think of the
We
doer.
finished
It cannot.
we finished this para.
I think we finished
We
that
finished
whole
it?
thing.
Yeah.
We finished it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
We
then
went to
this
the
Go
next
to the
page.
Page 42, we finished that also. Yeah.
Oh, we finished
We have
this?
more. Yes,
Yes,
we
yes.
Yes,
Okay, yeah.
we finished that. To produce a proper human body, the seed and the soil must each have been carried in chastity for 12 months. During that time, the seed and the soil have been turned into the tonic tincture and have been worked over and reabsorbed in the body. It vitalizes the body and gives it power to resist the disease. That is why in olden days, I think people used to go for these the temple, going through temples and all these rituals before having a baby. I heard that. I don't know. Pilgrimage.
No. Basically, their belief system trained them, prepared them for that environment.
Yeah. Yeah. Any woman who loses over monthly cannot bear a perfect child. Abstinence in thought and act will change the female so that during the monthly periods no ova are lost. The ova will be reabsorbed and do for the female body somewhat as the seminal power or tincture will do for the male. So yeah, in thought and act will change the female. Okay. When the man and wife are in this condition, they may have a healthy child that will be immune to the disease. In any case, a woman should be left alone during pregnancy, during the nursing period, and thereafter for 7 days before and after menstruation. When a man and woman understand what they as doers really are, they will not have intercourse unless both husband and wife want a child. That they are willing to have a child is not sufficient. My God, that's strict. It is partly because of a violation of these fundamental rules and because bodies are often produced from seed which may be only a few hours old, that the run of human beings have the kinds of weak bodies that crowd the world and are prone to disease. Wow. The man must himself preserve the lunar germs as well as his seed. If he does not preserve his seed, he cannot preserve the lunar germ, which will be lost after the second week. The simple precepts of chastity and decency are all that is required as subjects of thinking and rules of conduct in order to save the lunar germ and the seed. The age-old and always new revelations, books, mystic teachings, cults, brotherhoods, and sisterhoods that present love and sex as anything else that matters of chastity and decency are blinds for corruption. They have helped to bring on the Noetic light. In these weak bodies, disease is often developed by food. The run of human beings know and care little for the science of food. They usually eat too much. They take too large a load to carry, more than the body can digest or absorb. They eat much that is indigestible or incompatible. Hence, the foods which they eat ferment and putrefy, and this commonly deranges and digestive functions and produces poisons which are frequently the cause of the disease.
Amazing. We will stop here.
And
finish this page and stop, yeah.
The object of their eating is principally to gratify the craving of the palate or to have the comfortable feeling of fullness. The feeling that they want are swarms of elements which get into the body and its organs and pull, prod, drive, fret the nerves and are felt as sensations by the doer. Health or disease of the body is immaterial to the elementals. When disease follows decomposition, other elementals come in and thrill as the discomfort felt in the diseased parts. Upon this basis of sex and food, human beings have built up a false civilization with useless occupations, false standards, insufficient or excessive rewards, lawlessness, crimes, childish religion, and ignorance of true and honest government.
This is what we have built.
Yeah.
I think we will complete this also. That section will be over.
Sure. So, because of the noetic darkness, the run of human beings have conceptions of life and responsibility which are infantile. Their problems concerning free will and destiny, God, good and evil, and their relations with other human beings, their own makeup, their future, and the object of life show the limitations of their thinking and conceptions which are imposed by the absence of the light.
That is ignorance.
Ignorance, correct.
Right. Now, the interesting part, the same thing that we just read in the last 4 paras, German New Medicine, right, has identified as special programs which run in the body at all times. Okay. Now, the maturity of the cells that make up the body, when they are not able to absorb that, it becomes a biological shock. So all biological, everything, a biological shock impacts you in 3 areas. One is the psyche, one is the body, and the brain. They are all interconnected, and that is the one that becomes a disease which you ruminate on, you feel bad, you are lowering the energy levels, all those things become your disease. What you don't know is that the individual cells that make up the body have got their own survival instinct. And this energy of this shock continues for a particular period. It runs out, and then the healing or natural healing process sets in. When it has run out and the natural process has started, then the body develops the symptoms. Symptoms are not arrival of the disease, but symptoms are the natural healing process of the body, which we take other medicines and then further extend it. We, under that kind of medication also, if we are surviving, how strong are our genes?
Correct.
Actually, this related to the spiritual tablet, unwanted, unrelated, irregular food,
exactly.
Food start and relationships. Those 3 definitely matches to this whole paragraph in 4 chapters.
See,
2 paragraphs
it is
we have read.
coincidental that I have been recommending this to people in Unified, because I found a direct correlation between the Unified meditation and the content of this book. But 3 years ago, when I started reading this for the first time, I had said people in spiritual tablets, this is a must-read book. I mean, there's a lot of wisdom. The anatomy that we require from a spiritual perspective is very well explained here. Yeah, that is my comment. And Meena ma'am, we have Bruce Lee here.
Yes, I'm here.
Only today I was telling her it's a long time since I have seen Bruce Lee. Where is Bruce Lee? And here is Bruce Lee.
Thank you. No, I was out. Otherwise, I would have
I know
joined.
she was mentioning, yeah. Yeah. Any questions? Everything clear?
So far,
Today's,
yes.
I think the chapter was fairly straightforward.